Hey guys, Mark Davis here in the middle of Nikolaev, Ukraine, with Nick Rodriguez, and dude, I'm just so glad to have you here, man.
Thank you.
It's been fun. A lot of guys in the tribe know you well, but I'm going to start off that. Let's see, before you came here, just tell us a little how you first heard about Dream Connections and what it's been like to just jump on the tribe and kind of that aspect of getting to know each other.
Okay, sure. So I found out about Dream Connections pretty much by accident.
Really?
Yes. I've been interested in Ukraine for many years, and after doing research, finding some of the bigger dating sites, it just didn't really sit well with me, the way that they operated and conducted their tours. So it pretty much got put on the back burner for me, and just at work one day, me and a buddy were discussing, you know, international dating and Ukrainian women in general, and it sparked up some interest in him. He actually came across some of your videos on YouTube and came in the next day, shared that with me, and once I started looking at all your videos and investigating your website, I was really impressed with it, and that's when I called you and talked to you about possibly coming out here on one of the tours. And after our interview, I pretty much put my down payment for a tour down right then.
So the question has to be asked, why isn't your buddy here?
Well, he wants to be here.
Okay.
I think right now he's just trying to get some things in his life in order. And once I let him know what I've seen here and how things have worked out for me, I'm sure he's not going to be far behind.
That's awesome. Well, one of the things I really appreciated about you too is, you know, you've obviously embraced, I don't know if it's a philosophy of ours or just a strategy, but this idea to try to create, you know, community, you know, and let guys who are like-minded on the same mission connect. And you've been just very active, you know, interacting with the other guys who are looking at this and in our TribeCom site and all the rest of the stuff. You know, what has that meant to you? Is it?
Well, I think the community aspect of it is one of the most important things, because not only are we here with you building relationships for ourselves, but when you can continue to communicate with the people that you've met here, with you and Anna, and be a part of that community, I think it's only going to help solidify that relationship, because these girls are going to come thousands of miles away from their home, their families, people that they know. But if they have people that they can relate to, that they've been here with, that they know, I think it's really important for them and for us as well, because we all want to be happy. I mean, and another thing about the community aspect of it, everybody that's out here doing this is awesome. They're great. Who doesn't want to stay in touch with people like that, you know?
Yeah. No, it's awesome, bro. It is important to me because, as you know, one of the we do things out of various motivations, and one of my driving motivations was the fact that I really, when I found my wife, and I was so excited, you know, to meet Anna and everything she was representing to my life, I had nobody cheering me, nobody high-fiving me, nobody like congratulating and excited for me. And it was just, I just felt it was so wrong, you know, because I think what we had is so amazing and so noble and so really superior to a lot of, you know, other relationships, marriages, from going like, I don't want any of that. And I watched, this is so incredible. And so it was really fun last night. You know, we got together, you know, it was just such a great night. You know, they, you know, Julia and Nick and of course our other first couple, Jay and Dasha, wanted to take Anna and I out to dinner. And one of the things that was really clear was the bond we had, the way that the girls connected. And now they have this commonality that we're all in this together. We have this unity. We have this common thing, and that's what really warmed my heart. This is what I've built everything for, is for this sense of support and connection. And it was funny, and I don't even know that Yulia or Dasha had even met before this weekend, had they?
No, I don't think that they had. But it's funny that you know, when you're talking about that sense of connection that you felt, I felt that as well. And later on in the evening, after we all got back, me and Yulia were talking about, you know, how fun the evening was, how the connections, yeah, it was very magical. And I think we all felt it, but that kind of goes back to what I was saying about the community and how important I think that is, because I could see the happiness that it brought Yulia, and I don't, you know, ever want her not to have that, or have the opportunity to keep that, you know, in her life.
Well, it's true, and you don't want to feel disconnected. I mean, if they're going to go around the world, you know, already The truth is today with Skype and the way we could stay connected with people, you know, you don't have to feel alone. You don't have to feel isolated, that you've left everything behind. You go into a new family that has just such a unique bond together. So, you know, the only thing I was just ask you, and we'll have a little fun now. We'll kind of go into like what happened this week and how you met this woman. Let's go back now before you came. So talk a little bit about your expectations and first landing here, and how did this kind of compare to what you were expecting? And it's hard to do, but go back to arriving on the plane and being there, and kind of like how this compared to where you were.
Well, you know, you had a lot of videos on YouTube that I was able to watch, and I could kind of see a little bit of the environment, hear other people's experiences like that, and I kind of put together a picture in my mind of what I thought was going to be going on out here. And I got to tell you what, you know, you can tell people what it's like, you can watch the videos, but you're never going to understand how it feels to be in this kind of place. You just need to come out here, you need to see it for yourself, because it is unbelievable, Mark. It is amazing, I swear. To anybody that is thinking about doing this, that has ever wanted to do this, you will never have a better opportunity than to be part of the Dream Connections tour, because what Mark is doing out here is like nothing else. He is sincere. He cares about the relationships that are being developed out here, and he gets so much out of it. This man has the biggest heart of anybody I've ever met, and I'm blessed to be able to come out here, because I think that the connection that I made is going to make me a happy man for many, many, many years in the future.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. You know, the fun begins when you show up, and guys are always they're stunned. I mean, it's like I saw the videos, but I can tell you, one of the fun moments. I'm sitting at the end of the table with Bruce, right, and at the traditional dinner, and he's sitting here going, you know, I've seen the videos, right, of that traditional dinner where the table was and all of that, you know, before, and he's going, it's like, but now I'm here. It's my turn. I'm in this room. I'm in the chair. I'm sitting here with this, you know.
I couldn't believe it. You know, at that point at the Ukrainian like traditional dinner is when I think it finally set in, like, wow, this is for real. Here I am. Look at all, and that's when all the interpreters were coming in. We haven't even seen the girls yet, and all the interpreters were just amazing women. That's when it really, you know, hits home.
It's awesome. All right, so we get back and we did a little coaching and stuff, and it was kind of fun. So you get to go in now in the same thing. You go in the Pharaoh restaurant, you know, our Egyptian themed restaurant, and again, you know, you kind of pre-played it because you've seen so many videos. Was it pretty much your expectation? Was it different? How was it going table to table and meeting those ladies?
Well, for me, it was a new experience. I've never done any kind of speed dating events, anything like that. So I have to admit, you know, I was a little bit nervous there in the beginning. But as, you know, I went through a few tables, I kind of caught into my groove and lost some of that anxiety. But I just got to tell you, all the women are just amazing, you know. When you talk to these girls and you see how genuinely interested they are in you, and they're questioning you to find out, you know, who you are and find out more about you. And you find out just how amazing they are. You know, I was just telling these girls, I was thanking them for just being such a true example of what a woman should be. And that's what, you know, you can expect to find out here. It's just incredible.
Well, no, I really relate to that, because I remember coming back the first time for my first trip. I was just telling guys, I go, you know, what blew me away was that they just do being a woman so well. You know, they glow and resonate in their femininity, and it's beautiful, and to see all the different expressions of them, you know, it was really phenomenal. Of course, my wife's done just a better and better job every time of just making things run so smooth and so well, and the quality of the ladies. We even had several this time who just never even been involved in this. This is all new. Never been even out with an international man before, you know, and I love that, because that's we're getting, you know, the main girls that are just part of the culture, part of the society, or what you're looking for, you know. Okay, now we're going to transition to you and Yulia. Oh yeah.
That's my favorite topic.
It is your favorite topic. So it was really cute. Early on, I think Anna was the first one to tell me, and I'd mentioned to Yulia, it's like you know, so you have any guys here? And mind you, Yuli's like my wife said, she's known the family for beforehand. She knew my wife's sister, so Yuli's been kind of part of our family for 2 years. My wife says she's known her for 3 years, you know, but all this kind of stuff, and she's been part of the videos. And every time the guys come here, and she says, you know, I don't date the clients and stuff like this. And so when I teasingly mentioned to her, you know, you see anybody, and then all of a sudden she turns around and she goes, well, I'm like, oh, my eyes are like, what? Are you kidding me? You know, you're opening your heart to give a chance to, you know, and you like somebody. I was really blown away, and we love her so much. You know, we wanted to give her a shot. And so she says, who is it? He goes, well, I kind of like Nick. And so, you know, I kind of planned that thought, you know, it's all right, okay. And so later I come by and, you know, and then, of course, say, buddy, you know, I don't know, is there anybody here you like, you know? And you were kind of saying the same thing. What was going through your head in that whole thing when you first saw her and felt that?
Okay, so it was Friday night, the traditional dinner. Yeah. And it was my first introduction to Yulia. And when we locked eyes for that first time and shook hands, we instantly had a connection. I could see it in her eyes, and yeah, it just, that was my first impression of her in that split second. It was just locked on, you know. So I just went with it, you know. You had to nudge me a little bit to keep me on track, but yeah, it just pretty much culminated naturally, and we're both really happy. We know we're gonna have a happy life together. She's an amazing girl.
What do you like best about her?
What do I like best? I think that my favorite thing about her is just how sweet and genuine she is, and she, you know, just a good girl. She's amazing. She cares. She always kind of looks after me, you know, like almost like a mother would look after a kid, you know, like don't put that, wash your hands kind of thing, just looking after you, you know. It's so cute. It really is.
Well, to that, we're now going to add one other party to our interview. The lady of the hour, Yulia, would you come join us, please? This is so fun. Okay, so far I started off with him, and we just talked about where he came from, where he was, his whole experience so far. So now I get to have fun with you. We'll do somewhat of the same thing. First of all, let's start about, I didn't know this. You just let me know that you've actually known some of my wife's family from before we even started. So tell me how you got to meet her and meet Anna, and what your impressions of working with us have been.
I knew Anna's sister for many years because our parents were friends. So, and she just called me once and said that her sister is looking for translators who know English, and that she needs them to work for her. So I agreed with pleasure, because I liked Anna so much. Our first meeting, I was impressed, really. And it's my like 8th tour maybe with you already. I wasn't even thinking that I'm gonna meet someone here, because I was working and I took it seriously. I wanted everything to be perfect, like, I mean my work. And but this time, the first night on Friday in Vareniki, I just saw Nicholas, I saw his eyes, and it was something in it. I don't know, I can't explain that. I just caught my thought that I like him, and like maybe I felt something from his side also. So I decided to make a first step, and I succeed. Or he succeeded, I don't know.
There was like a non-verbal communication that went on there in that first meeting. It only lasted for a split second, but I think we both knew what just happened.
Yeah. So he's right.
Wow.
I felt the same.
Yeah. Well, I got to say it was fun for me because I know that, you know, I was almost I have to say I was teasing you. I was not expecting you to say, well, so I was just telling him earlier, you know, when I asked you, so you see anybody this trip you like? You know, usually like, no, I'm here to help work on it, you know. And then you go, well, I'm like, what?
Exactly like that.
It was so fun. And then of course I had to nudge him, well, you know, I mean, she might actually, you know, if you're interested, you know. He goes, really, you think? And I got to tell you, it's so cute. I mean, you guys are now, I can rat on you and tell you stories, but there was this moment when we were all right here, out in the porch, right? And I'd go up to Nick and he'd say, wow, why am I the lucky one? Why does she like me? And then you went over, you just walked over, you're doing your business work, you come back down, you sit down next to the table where I'm at, and you're like, your hands are shaking. Oh my gosh, my hands are shaking. It's just been, I love this. This is what we do, right? This is why we do this. We love this. And so then Anna, of course, made time to relieve you of your duties so you guys could have a night together, and you were just done. Tell me what that first date was like when you finally got time alone after all this energy.
Will you tell?
Oh yes, I'll definitely tell. Okay, so our first date, she takes me to this incredible restaurant down by the river. I'm not sure what the name is, but
Stargarad.
Okay.
I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that correctly, but
Very romantic place.
very romantic place. So we sat together on the couch. We shared a bottle of champagne and had fruit to snack on, and basically just talked to each other and tried to become more comfortable, know each other better, and the more we found out about each other, I mean, the more we grew into each other. And we sat there for 5 hours straight, just indulging in each other's presence. It was amazing. It really was.
Yeah, I liked our first date very much. It was, you know, the one can't forget the one like that, so never. It was very romantic. It was a sunset and the candles on the table. It's very nice.
Well, just so happy for both of you, and we just feel like we're such dear friends, you know, with you guys all the way around, and it's neat. We wish this kind of happiness for everyone, you know, but it's neat to see more and more couples find it, and we love you guys. So you're not going anywhere. We'll be together. We have lots of years ahead for family, and that's why we do what we do. We just want to have more family, more couples, so we love each other and share together.
I just want to say thank you, Mark. Without you, none of this would be possible. You're out here changing lives, and it's incredible what you're doing. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much.
Well, thanks so much to both of you. We love you dearly. And now it's your turn to come out here and find yours. Thanks for listening. Thanks, guys.